Hey, Rob, what's that?
What's what?
That thing right in front of you, man.
Oh. You mean the script that's telling me to remind our listeners to subscribe to Geeklirious on iTunes or any platform of their choice?
Yeah, but wasn't there more?
Alright, let me take a look. Hey, there's a part where I tell the listeners to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter using our handle @Geeklirious.
Yeah, that's the best line I ever wrote.
Oh, crap. I deleted it. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 32 of Geeklirious. My name is Brian Cambriello. His name is Mike Tessmacher.
Hey, yo.
And welcome to the best of E3 2018. Number 1, Duke Nukem Forever 2. No. Even though I did like Duke Nukem Forever. How are you doing, Mike?
Great. It's been a good week.
It has been a good week. We got a lot of cool E3 news, new games, new trailers.
Yes.
Announcements.
A lot of salivating over those little news goodies.
It really is the Christmas of nerds, of nerddom.
Yeah. If you didn't hear our episode before this, we had our news.
The Geekly news.
Yeah, our Geekly news. So go and listen to that.
Yes,
some stuff.
That was released on Friday.
Yeah.
And today is Monday. Happy Monday, guys. I'm sorry it's Monday and the weekend's over, but I hope y'all had a good time.
Yeah, make it a Geeklirious Monday.
I think I'm gonna go see Incredibles on Friday night. I just got the invite from my friends, so I should go see that.
Nice.
Pretty dope.
I can't believe it's coming out so soon.
I know, I'm excited. So how have you been? You've been good? You've been playing anything and reading anything?
Yes. No, after I kinda burnt myself out on Superior Spider-Man last week, I kinda took a comic break. Except for, like, the usual stuff, that I've been reading. Speaking of, Infinity Countdown number 4. Oh, man, what a good issue.
Yeah?
Really. I don't want to say too much, but, Silver Surfer.
Ooh.
Screw it, I'm gonna just spoil it. Silver Surfer goes to Galactus, and he gets help. They all team up with Adam Warlock to beat Ultron. So yeah, that was that. That was really awesome. Also, I've been playing Moonlighter. It's a really good game. It's like a retro top-down dungeon crawler, but you're also a shopkeeper, so you're collecting items and you sell it at your store. So it's really cool. You get certain items, you gotta know how valuable they are, so you gotta set prices for them.
That sounds interesting.
And you put them in your store, and you can level up your store and upgrade and get a sale bin that you can put sale stuff, small stuff that's not worth displaying, and you can put it really
what
cool.
Is this game? It sounds like Shopkeeper Tycoon.
It's like that, but also like Zelda, the old Zelda games.
Okay.
Where you're going in dungeons. I think there's 5 in total, but the dungeons are randomly generated. Mm-hmm. So every time you go in, it's almost like a new dungeon. And you're going in, you're fighting all sorts of creatures and stuff, collecting items, and it's just really good. Moonlighter for PS4. I think it's on Xbox and PC.
Where do you find these games? I've literally never even heard of this before.
You gotta look at... You barely turn your PlayStation on.
That's not true. I use it for Netflix and Hulu.
Yeah, you're Netflix and chilling. You should be moonlighting and chilling.
With my shopkeepers. Where are my shopkeepers at?
Don't hate it. It's an awesome game. What have you been doing?
Haven't really been playing much. I've been watching some stuff.
Yeah?
Me and the girl, my old lady.
Mrs. Bryan?
The Mrs. Bryan. We've been watching the new season of Riverdale. So,
okay.
It's pretty good. I was a big fan of the Archie comics. So it's cool to see like a gritty kind of retelling of like some of the characters, and it's cool. The first season ended on a huge cliffhanger.
How many seasons is this? This
is the second season. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're watching it on Netflix. It already premiered and ended, so we're just playing catch up now, which is cool. So far so good. I really like the direction this season's going. There's like a mysterious murderer in a black hood that they call the Black Hood. And
oh wow, what a great name!
I know, very creative.
Yeah. How could they have thought of that?
He's pretty much like a vigilante in the town, like killing all the people he deems as sinners. So it's kind of a cool concept, and the kids are, of course, taking it upon themselves to to try to fix it. And in other news, I've still been reading Ready Player One. I just finished chapter 9 last night. I'm on chapter 10. It is so much different from the movie. It's crazy, yeah. Like, little details I can understand, but you didn't see the movie?
I didn't see the movie.
So pretty much, the whole movie revolves around these guys called Gunters, who are like, the Easter egg hunters looking for this guy's, the creator of the game put an Easter egg, whoever finds the Easter egg wins the fortune. The first challenge, the first key in the movie was a street race. And, well, not really a street race. It was like on like a deserted highway type situation. Yeah. And they had to deal with like King Kong and some other people. And you had to, if you managed to finish the race, you got the key. But no one was ever able to get past King Kong. That was the whole thing. Completely different in the book. The book, it was, the area was mapped after an old Dungeons and Dragons, like pamphlet, like a, I don't know what they're called. Like when you play Dungeons and Dragons, there's like the pre-made, like stories that you play. Yeah, just
your character sheet.
Well, not the character sheet, like the story that you play.
Oh, just, yeah. I
forget what it's called. They say it in the book a lot, but, it's like designed after one of those, and he kind of uses it, like, as like a Bible type thing to get through all the traps and stuff in this dungeon. Yeah. And then at the end of it, he's supposed to fight this lich. But instead of like an actual fight in combat.
You calling a lich?
Huh? He plays him in a game of Joust. Like the old, like,
the game.
Atari game, I guess?
Yeah,
or
I believe
like an arcade game. With the stork and the ostrich. And yeah. So he plays him in that, which is, very cool scene, and I liked it a lot, and I liked the way it was written. I can see why they went with the car race for the movie. It's a bit more exciting.
Yeah, I would say so, yeah.
So I'll have to see what other changes there are, because the next challenge, according to the movie, should be the Shining, scene, where they go inside the...
I heard that was like the best part of the movie.
Oh, it was very cool. Yeah, a lot of cool throwbacks and very nostalgic. But yeah, so that's pretty much what I've been doing.
Keep us updated. I like, hearing like, as you're reading it, seeing the differences between the movie.
Yeah, I've been reading like a chapter a day pretty much. Last night I actually got so tired I couldn't read the book anymore, so I actually looked up the audiobook version on YouTube and just listened to the chapter. which is funny. But I prefer reading to the listening. I think I absorb it better when I read it.
Depends what kind of mood I'm in, really. Yeah.
Obviously, like you're more of like a comic book guy. You can't really listen to comic books because I feel like half of it's kind of the art. Right?
Yeah. It wouldn't make sense just listen, just reading it. I mean, you could make out with most of it, but yeah, kind of like half of it.
Dude, imagine like an audiobook for a comic book where there's like they had to describe each panel.
Pow and Krakoom and all the onomatopoeias that they do. And
they're like, and in this panel, Iron Man is jumping off a building.
Yeah.
And it's really cool. You guys should be seeing this.
Miss Marvel is embiggening her arms and punching Electro in the face or something.
It's like... So anyway, as I said in the beginning of the episode, we're going to be talking about the very best of E3.
Yeah.
Pretty much
some of the worst of E3 too.
A little bit of the worst. But most of all, E3 was really good this year. We got a lot of cool announcements.
You liked it?
I did. I think it was a better E3 than the past couple of years. More bigger stuff I was more excited for.
Yeah, depending on, I mean, I liked Microsoft's conference.
Yeah.
I liked Ubisoft's conference as well. Sony's, as far as content-wise, like their game-wise, really good, but I know a lot of people had problems with the way the conference was handled on their end.
See, I didn't watch the conference live.
Yeah.
Because I was working during it. But I went back and kind of just did like a highlights type thing, and then when we first got together today, we watched a couple together that we hadn't seen before, so.
Yeah.
I think I got a good gist of what happened, and I'm very excited to talk about this.
Me too, yeah. I mean, E3 is always a wonderful time for us game lovers, so, yeah, it's cool.
So, the way I think we're gonna do this, honestly, I'm just gonna go, like, in alphabetical order, because that seems to be the easiest way to go down.
Yeah, and then we'll, highlight our favorites.
Yes. So, these are our favorites that we picked out, and then at the end of this, we're gonna do kind of like a top 5
Yeah. And granted, this is not everything that was at E3. We kind of just picked what kind of, appealed to us.
Yeah.
And, there was a lot of stuff. We're not going to be able to get to it all, but, this is just what we caught our eye.
Yeah, and, we will try to get the facts as straight as possible. So, bear with us, because this is a lot of information.
Yeah, and E3, just ended, so there's still, stuff, they're still going through a lot of stuff, so there was a lot of stuff, so bear with us, with this makeshift list that we have right here.
Alright, so, starting it off, we got Anthem.
Yes.
So this is BioWare, right?
Yeah, BioWare.
The creators of
EA, BioWare.
Yeah, Mass Effect and
Dragon Age.
So already a home run of a company, they created a lot of great games.
Absolutely.
And this one is looking like it's not much different.
Yeah, I feel like they're taking a lot of cues from other sci-fi properties. Avatar, you were saying earlier, and
yes,
you're pretty much Iron Man, in the game. Different kinds of Iron Man suits. And it also has the Destiny game vibe, which is cool.
Yeah, no.
There's a lot of cool stuff in Destiny. I didn't like the story of it, so hopefully, because it's BioWare, they can do something a lot better with the story-wise.
Yeah, no, I really, really liked the way this game looked. And it is an RPG. My one gripe with it, I'm not a huge fan of those games where when you, hit things or shoot things, the damage pops up. I don't know what it is. It just kind of takes me out of the realism of it a little bit. If that makes any sense.
It makes sense. I mean, yeah, I can understand that a little bit.
I know
I like seeing the damage I'm doing if it's that kind of game, I don't mind,
I know you play a lot of RPGs and stuff like that, so you're more so used to that.
Seeing, I took 890 damage off of this guy, that's pretty good.
Right. Alright. And moving on, we got Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Yeah.
So what is this, the 6th or 7th installment of Assassin's Creed now?
There was 2,
I know
3,
Black Flag was 4.
Black Flag. But then they stopped numbering them.
Yeah, it's a little hard to understand. I know they had
I think it's actually the 7th.
7th? Anyway, it looks really cool. It takes place, during, the Peloponnesian War in Greece.
Yeah.
So, it's definitely a new take on it. This is a franchise that, honestly, it's got its ups and downs, but they're all pretty solid games, I'd say.
Did you play the last one?
I did not. Honestly, the last Assassin's Creed game I played was 4.
That was the last one I beat.
Yeah.
I played, I didn't play Unity, the French Revolution one, and I played Syndicate a little bit, but I didn't beat it. I don't like changing characters, so that was kind of...
Yes. I was gonna buy Syndicate, but I never really...
Luckily, I bought it when it was, super cheap, so... It was under $10.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Okay, I'll just try it out and give it a shot. And it's cool, it has some cool ideas, but yeah, all in all, I was like, I'm kind of over it.
Yeah, but it looks a very different feel to the other Assassin's Creed games, and I can't wait to see...
The Egypt one looked cool. I had a lot of friends that said it was awesome, but I was kind of burnt out of Assassin's Creed at the time.
That was Origins, right?
Yeah.
I completely forgot that even existed. Assassin's Creed games, they come out really often, I feel like.
They took a year off for Origins, and then that came back, and then now it looks like, hey, well, we made that engine, so now let's just keep doing it every year again, which I'm not looking forward to. So, I probably won't be playing Assassin's Creed Greece either.
I might pick this one up, because I'm feeling that, like, the Roman, Greek, Peloponnesian type of thing.
Yeah.
I'm feeling that. I'm feeling it. Alright, Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Yes!
So, I'll let you talk about this one. I never played Beyond Good and Evil. I know there's like a girl and a pig, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's my extent of my knowledge.
And, Paige. Beyond Good and Evil is a weird, it's a from Ubisoft. I believe it's on all the consoles. They even re-released it. I think you can get it on, like, PlayStation 4 as well. Like, the remaster. Really good game, Beyond Good and Evil. Action, adventure, but you're also a photographer and you were, like, earning money from, like, taking pictures of creatures. It was a really cool game. And then it disappeared for a long time, and there was always talk of Beyond Good and Evil 2. And then years and years and years go by, and you see, like, clips of, like, you know, trailers of stuff, and you never thought it would come out, and now it looks like it's shaping out to be, like, a really cool-looking game. It looks a lot different from the first one. They're doing a lot of multiplayer stuff with it. So I don't know, but you can, like, go in space, and you're traveling, you're, like, space pirates, and they actually revealed, you know, at E3 that they showed the main character from the old game, but it looks like she's a villain now. So...
Really?
That's weird.
That is interesting.
But yeah, we don't know a lot about this game yet, but I'm super intrigued by it just because I love the first one so much, and it's taken so long. I mean, this was a PS2 game, so it's taken forever for this to come out. I don't even think it's going to be out on PS4. I think it's more close to next gen.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. But, and also Joseph Gordon-Levitt, his company, he has that internet company that, like, people can sign up and contribute, like, stuff to, like, art and stuff to things, and they're collaborating with Ubisoft.
Interesting.
Which is cool. So if you were potentially wanted to make something, you know, for the game, you could sign up to his website and,
That is interesting.
Yeah.
Alright.
What else?
Alright, next up is Control. It's by the creators of Max Payne and Alan Wake.
Alan Wake, yeah.
So I didn't really hear too much about this game.
Me neither.
The trailer dropped this E3, and I know you weren't that impressed with it.
I don't know. I never really played Alan Wake, so I can't really say too much about that. I was a huge Max Payne fan, so, I mean, this could be really cool. I mean, it looks okay. It just looks, like, weird. You don't really see to it. Like, I don't know anything about it, really.
Yeah. It's
just a weird gun, and she's shooting things. It looks cool, like, you get, like, these powers and stuff.
Yeah,
and
telekinesis.
Like, it looks like she's doing... I don't know exactly what it's about. I mean, it kind of looks cool. It's just... I feel like with Remedy, it's like... who knows what we're going to be getting gameplay-wise. Their games have been good, but I don't know.
I like you were saying before, their concepts are phenomenal. I loved Alan Wake. Like, that was easily one of my favorite games for the Xbox 360.
Yeah.
I played the crap out of that. So, this game looks equally as weird. So, I'm definitely excited to see what comes of it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Alright, next up, we didn't get any actual gameplay from this one, but, Cyberpunk 2077, we got a great trailer.
Yeah. Really good trailer. I know they were showing some gameplay behind the scenes that I've heard some cool things about. It's supposed to be first person and third person. You can go in and out of perspectives. And there's driving in it. You can drive cool futuristic vehicles. And it is huge and massive. And I don't know, I just really like the setting.
Did you happen to catch who the creator was?
That's CD Projekt Red from Witcher.
Okay, that's why it looked good. Okay, so it's the creator of Witcher? Yeah, no, this game's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, it looks really... I've heard it's even bigger than The Witcher, which it looks like it is. Looks really cool. I like I like the old, The Witcher medieval type stuff, but I really like
this is
future,
a total 180.
Sci-fi, very Blade Runner-esque.
Yeah, I dig the aesthetic on this one a lot. I'm super excited for this game.
It looks really cool. We haven't seen too much yet, but, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Definitely we are definitely looking forward to that one.
Absolutely. All right.
Who isn't, though, right?
Huh?
Who isn't, though, right?
Yeah, that was good. All right, so next up is the weirdest one on this list by far. Hideo Kojima's Death Stranding.
Yes, another. I don't even know what to say about this game because it's Kojima and it's weird and I just don't even know what this game is.
I have no idea what's going on in this trailer.
Yeah,
but I love it.
It looks really cool.
The graphics look crazy. You can definitely tell that this has some of that Kojima flair to it. Yeah. There's babies involved and invisible creatures that can only be seen with flashing light. Looks like a lot of base camp setup type stuff. And you know what? It was giving me some vibes. You ever see that movie The Martian?
Yeah.
Very similar to that with the carrying the cargo back and forth and...
Yeah, it's weird because you don't. They show you stuff, but you just don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
he's sneaking around past these aliens, or what we think is aliens at least, and he's talking to this woman, but you don't know who this is, and it's really confusing. But it looks really awesome, and it's Kojima, so. I'm expecting really good things about this game. I don't know, man. It's such a really weird toss-up.
It could either be really good or really bad. And we're gonna just have to wait and see on this one. I
think it's gonna land closer to the good just because
I really
of
hope so.
The pedigree. And, Sony doesn't just put out crappy games.
That's true.
They don't just say, here, we're gonna give you millions and millions of dollars to put out a crappy game. Unless it's knack.
I really hope
it's
good.
It happens sometimes, there's a knack.
So, moving on is Devil May Cry 5.
Yes. Finally.
I'm a huge fan of the Devil May Cry series.
I don't know why anyone's surprised. I mean, they've been working on it for a long time.
I think my favorite one was 3. I loved 3, a lot.
I feel like that. I mean, 1 was the one I feel like I played the most. I got burnt by the second one because that was terrible, and the third one I really liked, but I think at that point I was just diving into other games. I don't know, for some reason, I don't even think I ever beat Devil May Cry 3.
I don't think I did either. It was really hard.
Yeah, it was.
I played as a kid, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it looks really cool. The graphics look incredible. The Dante's design work looks really great.
But that's not Dante. That's Nero.
Never mind. Nero's design work looks really great.
But they do show Dante in the end of it, Old Man Dante.
I have no idea. I am so lost in this game franchise.
He looks like Dante. He has short white hair, and they don't say his name in it, so you think maybe it's Dante, because it could be for all we know. But no, that is Nero, because they show Dante.
Brother Nero. Old. Delete. That's a wrestling reference, don't mind me.
Yeah.
Alright, so it looks really cool, and I want to see more from it and play it.
Yeah, I'm on the fence about it. I don't know. We'll see what happens with that.
So Dragon Quest XI. I'll let you take the lead on this one because I've never played a Dragon Quest game.
No, I haven't played one.
Wait, is it the one with the blue blobs?
Yeah,
I played a little bit. Slimes? I think I had one for the Game Boy Advance.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. I'm not even a super huge fan of the Dragon Quest games, but I respect that they're still putting in it's like a traditional RPG, they're not doing the Square Enix Final Fantasy thing where let's just make everything like Final Fantasy 13 now and let people deal with that. And it's no, it's still a JRPG, turn-based, fantasy. I really like that. And, I feel like it's a niche crowd. But it sells well, so I don't know. I feel like there's a new revolution of JRPGs coming out now, which is really cool with, Valkyria Chronicles 4 also. Yeah, there was a lot of cool stuff coming up as far as like role playing games, which is really nice for guys that enjoy that stuff like me.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it sounds cool. If you get it, if and when you get it, I would like to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, those games are tough because I never have time to play them. They're so long and stuff.
There's always so much little things and side quests. And...
Yeah. So those games always take me forever to beat. But yeah, I'll let you know.
All right. Next up is Dying Light 2, which everyone seems to be kind of freaking out about. A lot of people really enjoyed this announcement.
Yeah.
I didn't realize the first Dying Light had this much of a following.
I really liked the first Dying Light. I feel like it was such a sleeper hit. It kind of came out of nowhere. Because I liked, what was that, Dead Island that they did?
Yeah, Dead Island was good.
And then they took basically the best parts of that and made it into Dying Light and better for it, because I really enjoyed that game. And they've been also, like, doing really good stuff, like, being really good about, like, updating it. Like, they've updated the visuals, like even, like, recently, I remember, like, maybe a few months ago, they just updated it with new stuff. And they already have a new one coming out. So they've been, I respect that. They added so much stuff to that game. That's after awesome. Release. Super crazy. Like, significant, like, stuff too. Like,
yeah, I agree. That's really respectable. That's awesome.
Yeah, they really supported that game way longer than they should have, probably. But that's good. It gives them a lot of fanfare now. That's why people are so excited for Dying Light 2, because they're like, okay, it deserves it. Right. The first one was so good. I really enjoyed, zombies fighting, really cool parkour stuff in it.
Yeah, no, I played it a little bit at my brother Sully's. He had it, and we were just chilling in his basement and playing it. I was up on a roof, surrounded by zombies, and I was very scared, and I handed the controller back to him because I had no idea what I was doing.
Yeah. Yeah, but at night, like, that game got difficult at night.
Yeah, it was at night.
And stuff. Yeah, it's nuts. It's too much at night.
Alright, so moving on. One of the larger announcements, Elder Scrolls 6.
Yeah. I mean, literally just an announcement.
Yeah, we didn't get much from this. So pretty much I'm just gonna make one statement on this. I love Skyrim to death. I love the Oblivion. I really love the Elder Scrolls series a lot. I'm just happy to know that they are coming out with something. I didn't care that there really wasn't much to be shown. I just like them.
Do you think they weren't gonna come out with another Elder Scrolls game though?
No, it's been a while. I mean, hell,
they take forever.
They were making fun of themselves with that Keegan-Michael Key.
Yeah.
With the Skyrim on the Amazon. I think it was Alexa, right?
Yeah.
That was hysterical. So they're aware that they've re-released this game like 100 times. So.
Yeah, I mean, just the problem with it, I don't think people understand how long these types of games take to make. So you don't see them for 5 years. It's not a problem. It's just, that's how long these games take. At the very least, really. 5 years, that's, for these types of games, they put so much of their lives, decades of time into these games. So, I always knew everyone knew Elder Scrolls was going to come out eventually. I'm okay with waiting because they announced other things for the meantime. But, Elder Scrolls, it's good. It's going to be good.
I know. I can't wait for it. Alright, moving on. Fallout 76, another from Bethesda.
Yeah.
So, we had previously covered this on a recent edition of the Geekly News.
Yeah, we were just thinking, like, what could it be? Like,
yeah. So, we kind of theorized that it would kind of be like an add-on to Fallout 4.
Did we?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I said at least. I thought it was going to be like the New Vegas to Fallout 3.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if you said it as well, but I know I was completely wrong on this. It turns out it's a multiplayer game. A multiplayer-only game.
Yeah.
Set in the Fallout universe. And a lot of people are, like, upset about this.
Yeah. That's not Fallout.
Because it's not Fallout. So, it's very, dividing, it's polarizing, you know?
Yeah.
So, we'll see when it comes out what the verdict is on it.
It's tough just seeing it. I don't know. Bethesda's got to really wow me with something with that, and 76 just didn't. It's more Fallout, but it's online. I'm not the multiplayer type of guy.
I used to be, but not anymore.
I don't want multiplayer in my Fallout. I know other people have. I know they've been talking about that sort of an online Fallout for a long time.
See, I wouldn't have minded like a co-op mode. Like, up to 4 players, like survivors chilling together. That would be cool. But that's too much. It's like an MMO at that point, and that's not what I wanted.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say we haven't seen that much of it yet, so it's hard to say that too much about it. I don't want to be super, like, critical and say it's bad, but, because I haven't played it, but it doesn't look like my type of game. It looks like they're just re-emphasizing the building and creating your own vault and stuff.
Yeah.
And having people come and you're defending it and you're raiding other people's vaults. That's not really what I want from Fallout.
It's definitely an interesting concept, and I guess we'll just see.
Yeah, I mean, the same thing with the Elder Scrolls, the multiplayer, the MMO, I bought it just cause of course, but I put in time to it, not too much, just because that the multiplayer aspect, it kind of just takes me out of, that type of experience.
Right.
We'll see though. I don't want to be super negative about it. No. You could like it.
I could. I probably won't.
Yeah,
but I might.
Won't. Yeah.
Alright, so, next is we got some Xbox exclusives.
Do we?
So neither of us have an Xbox, but I was a huge fan of the Gears of War franchise. Yeah. I played 1 and 2.
I played the first one.
Yeah, they were honestly great games. I loved the mechanics, and it was very satisfying chainsawing enemies in half and sniping people's heads off with that watermelon pop physics. It was very cool.
Yeah.
So, Gears of War 5 got announced along with a real-time strategy game called Gears Tactics.
Yeah, just looks like XCOM with Gears of War slapped on it.
Yeah, that's exactly what it looks like.
Which is cool because I love XCOM.
Yeah.
Those are my type of games more so than regular Gears. But, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's cool that they're doing other stuff with the franchise and making other games. So that could be cool. Hey, if Mario can do it, why can't Gears?
Hell yeah.
And Gears 5 looks good.
Yes, it does look very good.
But we only saw the trailer.
Yeah,
and you're a female protagonist now?
Looks like it. I believe it's the female that was featured in Gears 4. Okay. I never played Gears 4, so.
I didn't either, yeah. What was that, Judgment?
Yeah, I think so. I'm kind of behind on, like I said, I played 1, 2, and 3. I never played 4.
Okay, yeah, I'm out of the loop as far as Gears as well. So, we'll see. It's cool, but yeah, we didn't see any gameplay, which is unfortunate. And I don't know how the fans are going to react to... I feel like that was such a macho, hardcore, bro gamer type of game that, like, how are they going to react to playing as a female?
It'll be interesting. I mean, I think
Where's Marcus Phoenix?
Dave Bautista.
Yeah.
Alright, so, moving on, I think easily, the game that impressed us both, like, very heavily, Ghost of Tsushima? Tsushima. Ghost of Tsushima. Obviously by the developers who created Sly Cooper.
Yes, Sucker
and
Punch.
Infamous.
Yes.
And I don't know, did they do anything else?
All the Infamouses and Sly Coopers.
Yeah, all those stuff. Dude, I love me some Infamous. I love me some Sly Cooper.
Yes, yeah.
And I could easily do an entire podcast about how much I enjoyed watching the gameplay trailer for this.
Yeah, and you only saw a little bit. You didn't even see a lot of the crazier stuff that happens in the rest of that
Oh, there's a lot more?
They show, like, that person that he was talking to, he ends up fighting with her and stuff. There's a big brawl and there's fire going on and the Mongol armies approaching. Really crazy stuff. Yeah, really good.
Yeah, this game looks absolutely gorgeous. I was getting a lot of Red Dead Redemption vibes. Yeah. I was getting a lot of Sly Cooper vibes. Mm-hmm. Mostly in, like, the way the lands were developed. Like, there's a point in the trailer where the protagonist, I'm assuming, like, looks over, like, this village.
He's canvassing, like, the surroundings and stuff.
Yeah.
And it shows this big, gorgeous field.
It reminded me very much of pretty much every opening to every Sly Cooper level, where, like, you walked out of your base camp and you saw...
Gives you a nice view.
Yeah. It reminded me very much of that, which makes sense. The same
slicing
developers.
of the limbs.
That did not remind me of
when Sly Cooper sliced that hippo's
I don't
face off.
That didn't happen. I can pretty much guarantee that. Sly Cooper wasn't really murdering his best friends Murray and Bentley.
Yeah.
That wasn't part of Sly Cooper.
But that man, that was so nice to see.
I would love to talk about it more, but I'm gonna move on.
Yeah.
Because interest of time. So,
yes, definitely.
Halo Infinite, which is Halo 6.
More Halo.
Yeah, Halo,
no one cares anymore about Halo.
See, I loved 1 through 3. 1 through 3. 1, 2, 3. And, I played 4. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it.
Yeah.
So, I'm not getting... I didn't play 5, because I don't have an Xbox One.
Right.
And you don't either.
No.
So, unfortunately, we're both kind of out of the loop on the whole Halo series. I did like 4. I just didn't... it didn't grab me as much as, like, the past 3 Halos did.
Yeah, I was never a really big Halo fan. I don't know why. Like, I played the first Halo. I enjoyed it well enough, but...
But you're really not a shooter guy too much.
For it to be a shooter and for me to like it, has to be, like...
Exceptional?
Like, special. Not necessarily exceptional.
So what's a shooter that you like? What's an example of, like, a really good shooter?
Well, there's another game on here, Metro Exodus.
Okay.
For instance, I'm a big Metro fan. I liked Metro 2033 and Last Light, or whatever it was.
I think you're right. I think that was it. Last Light.
I liked those games because they... I mean, although those are more of a shooter. They have, horror elements and survival elements. Straight shooters. I think the last straight shooter that I really liked was either Wolfenstein or Doom.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you like more of the classic feel then?
Yeah, like
Wolfenstein and Doom are both
the fast arcadey,
Right.
Yeah, those I feel like I gravitate.
So you're not more of less of a realistic Call of Duty Battlefield
really,
type thing.
Yeah, those don't really do
you like
much
the more
for me.
like over the top stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess.
That makes
Lately,
sense.
at least.
Well, not that, I mean, I would say that Call of Duty used to be pretty realistic, but they kind of have jetpacks and whatnot now in their newer games.
Well, now they're bringing it back to World War II.
Yeah, they did. Did that game do well? I don't even know.
I assume it did. It's Call of Duty.
Yeah, I mean, it did, but ratings-wise, I don't know if it did well.
Oh, like critically? Yeah. I haven't really heard anything.
Yeah, neither did I. It kind of came out.
Which is weird.
Yeah. Alright, so, the next one on this list is Jump Force.
That you insisted we talk about.
Because it's big news.
No, it's not.
It is big news. What was the last time that you had a game where Goku, Luffy, and Naruto, however you pronounce it,
yeah,
team up against Frieza? Like, what is that?
The last one?
The last one?
Yeah, J-Star Victory or whatever that was.
Oh, I wasn't even aware of that. Well, anyway, it looked interesting. I thought it was cool.
They've done a lot of these anime amalgamation fighters. I've never been a fan of those type of games. Even though I like the properties, Naruto's okay, and Dragon Ball Z is okay and stuff, but I don't know, that's not really my thing. I never I feel like it's too quick for me. I couldn't even get into it.
Honestly, it's not really my thing either, but I feel like we had to talk about it because a lot of people were
I tried to play. I've played those Naruto Ultimate Storm games before, and I really didn't like those. They're pretty much just button mashers.
Yeah, to be honest, I really haven't liked any of the I played a lot of the Dragon Ball Z fighter games, and the last one I really enjoyed was Budokai 3 for the PS2.
You know, I have a few friends that are obsessed with those Dragon Ball fighting games, like what was the last Xenoverse 2, and like they say those are like some of the best.
Raging Blast and Tenkaichi, and
they really liked those. So there is an audience for it. I'm not knocking the game. They even liked this one when I was talking to them, so they're excited for it. But I don't know.
I'm actually more excited for
Soul Calibur 6.
Well, I wasn't going to say that, but that looks cool.
Yeah.
But Dragon Ball Z Fighter is coming out for the Switch.
Oh yeah.
So I was thinking about getting. I was like, I didn't realize it wasn't announced for the Switch already, and I went to Target looking for it. And I was like, oh, I wonder if it's decently priced. Of course, it wouldn't be, but you never know.
Not Nintendo's watch.
But that's cool. That's coming out. I feel like that's a really fun game.
I'm happy for people to Switch players.
Yeah.
Fighters was an okay game. If you're into
I haven't played it, so I want to play it. It was very reminiscent to me of the Budokai games because they were the side by side, not the 3D.
Yeah, it's like that, but also like because you're switching character, like you're tagging characters and stuff. Yeah. So it's a little bit different, but yeah.
All right, so while we're on this this Japanese kick, let's pop into a couple more Japanese games. So Kingdom Hearts 3. Yes. Obviously, people have been salivating for this game.
Kingdom Hearts 3.
I know you are not a huge fan of the Kingdom Hearts game. See, I'll be straight with you.
They're terrible.
I'll be straight with you. They as far as plot goes, as far as voice acting goes, they are unbelievably cringy.
Yeah.
But I will say the gameplay in those games is great. The gameplay is great, and the characters are great. Like, I love the way they...
Goofy?
Gorsh! Goofy's amazing, don't you dare. No, well, yes, but Donald and Goofy, and then...
And their Keyblades, ooh.
Whatever, I don't care about the Keyblade. I care about playing with my favorite Disney characters.
Do you play as them, though?
You play with them. You play as Sora, and then every time you go to a different world, you get one of them to help you out.
Yeah.
So, like, if you go to Pirates of the Caribbean, you probably get, like, Jack Sparrow or something.
No, Will?
Will Turner. Well, he was in the trailer, so yeah. Pretty much all of them were. Him, Keira Knightley, and Barbossa.
They did look like the movie characters, which was pretty crazy.
The graphics on that looked amazing.
Yeah.
So
it's weird seeing them because they're almost more photorealistic, and then like you see Sora with the big Japanese.
That's why it's weird to me.
It's super jarring. I don't like that.
But I really liked. They showed off a lot of the different worlds in this. They showed off the Monsters Inc. world. They showed off
Toy
Story, Hercules, Tangled, Frozen.
Yeah.
So I know that Big Hero 6 is going to be in this one.
That's cool.
So that they didn't show anything off for that, but I wish they did. But eventually we'll get we'll get more information on every world that's in there. But I was very excited to see that Hercules is back because that's my favorite Disney movie.
For some reason.
I love Hercules. It's great. Alright. So, next. We talked about Metro Exodus already. Did you want to talk about anything else?
No, except that it looks really good. Besides that,
so this is another one up your alley. I'm sorry if I screw this up. Nier Automata?
Nier Automata.
Automata? I was alright. I was close. So, you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not new. It was a PS4 exclusive last year.
Okay.
And now it's coming to the Xbox.
Just the Xbox or the PC as well? Or?
Well, I think it was already on PS4 PC.
Okay.
But now it's coming to the Xbox.
Oh, so it was like Cuphead, where everybody had it except for one branch.
Yeah. So I really loved Nier Automata. I think it was one of the better games of last year, and last year was a crazy time for games. A lot of good stuff. So
WWE 2K18.
If you're into hack and slash games, I really recommend it. Action adventure, but there's also shmup elements added into it, which is really cool. Like, you have a robot thing, and it'll go from like a Devil May Cry hacking and slashing action type fighter thing, brawler.
Yeah.
And then it'll, like, turn the camera, like, to where it's a top view, and suddenly you're dodging bullets, like a bullet hell, and you're shooting things, and there's also parts where you're flying in like a mech suit, and it does the same thing. It changes the game. Really fun game.
That's interesting.
Anyone hasn't checked it out on PlayStation yet, I definitely recommend it, and also for you Xbox fans, coming out.
I think I'll wait for the Switch version.
Don't count on that one.
Alright, next up is the remake of Resident Evil 2.
Yeah.
I know that you've been,
man.
You've been hyping this game up.
I just love Resident Evil 2. I love Resident Evil in general, but especially 2 is one of my favorite ones. It's definitely one of the more critically acclaimed Resident Evils. I feel like out of the 1, 2, and 3, people say 2 is the best. I would agree. 2 and then 4.
Yeah, 4 is the one I hear the most as being like the quintessential Resident Evil.
Yeah, well, it just changed things up. And what's great about the remake is they're basically taking the 2 story and taking 4's gameplay.
Yes.
And making little kissy and making love and making little video game babies.
There you go.
And for this remake, and it took the gameplay from 4 and just put it in with the 2's story and stuff, and Leon Kennedy's back and all that stuff. I don't want to say too much because it's a remake and nothing new, but something new as well. And I really enjoyed the Resident Evil 1 remake that they did last year.
Yeah, I think I downloaded it. It was free for PlayStation. I just gotta play it.
Really good.
Yeah,
good.
I think...
if you can handle that sort of game now, it's a little antiquated with the puzzles and stuff, but I still enjoy that game.
Oh, I mean, I loved Evil Within. Is it like that?
No.
Oh, never mind.
Well, I mean...
Alright.
Sort of, yeah. What's next?
Spider-Man.
Yes.
So, does that game have any, like, subtitle, or is it just called Spider-Man?
It's just called Spider-Man.
Alright, that's cool. So, this game, obviously, I think last year's E3, they showed a little bit of it off, and people were really, like, amazed by it. Yeah. But they showed off some actual gameplay this time around.
Well, they've showed gameplay before, but now they showed new gameplay.
Like an entire sequence, pretty much.
Yeah, they showed a lot of the free roaming, the city of Manhattan stuff, but they actually, this time they showed going to Spider-Man taking on villains at the raft.
Right. That was very, very cool. We got to see Scorpion, Rhino, Vulture, Mr. Negative, Electro.
Yeah.
Was there anybody else?
Vulture, Electro, Rhino, Mr.
Scorpion.
Negative, Scorpion.
That was it.
And that was it.
Alright. But yeah, so, whole host of villains. As far as, I'm sorry, what was
some really good combat, and just how he traverses.
That's what I was gonna say. It was very reminiscent of, like, the Batman Arkham series combat. Mm-hmm. I really liked the way that Spider-Man kind of meshed with the environment, like he was bouncing off walls and he was throwing like dumpsters and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah, just like there'll be like a narrow little passage that he has to get through, and you'll see him. He'll do like a jump onto something, a jump onto another thing, and do like a little dive through, like a pull on his webs and dive through it, like really cool. Like
it was very seamless.
Yeah,
and what it really reminded me of, believe it or not, was Sly Cooper a bit. When he's jumping on the spires, that's the kind of feel I got from it. It was almost like that jump and stick mechanism. Yeah. But more fluid, obviously.
Yeah. The same stuff that they, a lot like that. Insomniac, obviously, they're making it, and they just have between Sunset Overdrive was really good, and the Ratchet and Clank series, and the Resistance. So they can make good games, and you can see that they're really passionate about the Spider-Man franchise too, with like all the cool stuff that they're doing. They're really pulling out all the stops. Just how he moves is just really cool.
That is really cool.
And you can do like Peter Parker stuff. You're not always Spider-Man. You can do,
Yeah,
like,
no,
Peter Parker stuff.
that's awesome. No,
really
this
cool.
game looks absolutely fantastic.
September comes out.
Yeah. Wow. That's really soon.
Yeah.
Alright, so, before we move any forward, I did realize I missed one, Last of Us 2.
Did we miss that?
Yeah, it was in between Jump Force and Kingdom Heart, and, Metro Exodus. I think my pen was covering at the time.
Okay.
So, obviously, I haven't played Last of Us. I own it. It's still in the packaging.
Oh, man.
I can probably see it if I bend my head. It's right there.
Shame.
I know. I need to play it. Alyssa bought it for me for Valentine's Day last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just a shame.
It is a shame.
We're gonna have to, one of these days, I'm just gonna have to, like, tape you to a seat and just play that.
I'm gonna play it. I will. I promise.
Yes.
But yeah. So, obviously, you've been talking about this trailer.
Yeah. Man, this...
It looks good, huh?
Yeah, it looks really cool. It's really gruesome and gory, too.
That's awesome. See, I refused to watch the trailer because I didn't want I don't know anything about Last of Us. I didn't want anything to influence my opinion about the first game. So I just kind of played it. I want to be on a level playing field.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as far as gameplay-wise, it looks to be more of the same in a good way. A lot of, there's, sneaking around.
Same, but different.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, they don't show you too much as far as story-wise. They pretty much just give you a really good look at the gameplay and, like, how the main character well, first you see her, you get an up-close view of her slitting some guy's throat, and really gruesomely, and just the combat, how they've taken the combat from The Last of Us, which was very, there was a flow to it, very cinematic, and how the animations worked, it was really detailed, and in this one they've just upped it tenfold, and all this. There's points where, she gets shot with an arrow, and you see her pulling it out, and, really super realistic, and her sneaking around, and people being hung in, like, this jungle area, and they're looking for her, and, she's going around just killing people. You see her, she shoots an arrow at one person, that person, like, reacts to that while she hits some other dude with an axe, and she's fighting one person, and she hits him and, like, sticks the axe in his face, and really cool stuff. I can't talk about this game enough. I'm sure we will talk about it more when more details get announced, but man, that's another one we gotta look. And everyone convince Brian to play the first Last of Us.
I will, I promise. I have to play it. Alright, moving on. So we got a little glimpse of Bethesda's Starfield.
Yeah.
And when I say little glimpse, I mean
the logo?
Like the logo.
Yes.
A very little glimpse. Obviously some kind of RPG.
At least it was officially announced.
Yeah. Which apparently news to me. It's been in development for a while. I guess I'm not as up on my games as I used to be.
Well, they've had, like, in their games, they've put, like, little, like, Easter eggs about it inside of the games. Like, I know they've had it. I think in Fallout 3 they had an Easter egg for it, or so, or it might have been Fallout New Vegas that had an Easter egg. It's been in development for a long time, 5+ years.
Wow. So we're thinking RPG in space?
Skyrim in space, yeah.
Skyrim in space. That's dope with me.
Yeah, Fallout in space, apparently. I hope not Fallout 76 in space, though.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
You never know.
With this, I mean, I hope it's, I hope it's good Bethesda and not bad Bethesda. They've been working on it for a long time. But
I have a really good feeling about this.
You think so?
Yeah. Not like every character from Star Wars who have a really bad feeling about this. Yeah. I have a really good feeling about this.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be like Game of the Year material when it drops.
I really hope you're right, because they're going to have to really bring something if that's coming anywhere after Cyberpunk 2077. Because that game is a juggernaut, and if you're going to bring another, RPG sci-fi into the mix, and it's gonna get crapped on if it ain't at least close to Cyberpunk. I'm telling you that now.
Yeah, no, I can definitely see that. Alright, moving on. So, we've got 2 Nintendo releases that I am super psyched about.
Yeah?
Yes. So, we have Super Smash Bros. Ultimate for the Nintendo Switch.
Boo-hoo.
And Super Mario Party for the Nintendo Switch. So, obviously, Super Mario Bros. Ultimate, the biggest news we got was the fact that every single character that was ever playable in the Super Smash Bros. Game will be playable for this game.
Ice Climbers are back.
Ice Climbers are back. Solid Snake is back.
Just no butt this time.
No butt.
I saw something on Reddit. They had like his butt from the last one and his butt from this one. It's like they gave him a flat butt. It's pretty funny.
That's funny. I didn't notice that. I wasn't really looking at his butt.
I wasn't either. I did not look for that. Reddit's a funny thing sometimes.
Oh,
though.
I love you, Reddit. So yeah, that's gonna be sick. My friend, Morgan.
When does that come out? That's this year though, right? Smash?
I believe so, yeah.
Huh.
My friend Morgan actually went to, you might know him from the Saturday Morning Cartoon Podcast.
Yeah, plug. Great show.
Yes. I'm actually gonna go with him to go see Incredibles tomorrow night. I just got a text that he bought my ticket already.
You were also on an episode of their podcast
I was,
as well.
Yeah. We did the DuckTales episode.
Shout out to them. That was released, right?
That was released, yeah.
Because I know they record a bunch and then they release.
Yeah, they're, I think they're working on season 3 right now.
Good for them.
Yeah.
Shout outs to those guys.
Yeah, they're good. Him and, actually, his co-host, Jesse, went to the, Smash Brothers, thing that was in New York City.
I had a few, I wouldn't say friends, but I knew a few people, that went there as well.
Yeah, and he said that, Inkling was a playable character. So the ones from,
Who's that?
I forget the name of the game. The Ink Boy, you know what I'm talking about?
A Boy and His Blob?
No. It's the Splatoon.
Oh, okay, yeah. The little squid thingy?
Yeah, well, they're like kids, but they're like half kid, half squid. And there's like a boy and a girl. You can play as them in I
just never played Splatoon.
In Mario Kart. No, neither have I. I can play as them as Mario Kart though. In Mario Kart.
I didn't play that new Mario Kart.
I did. It's cool. I have it for the Switch.
You lucky Switch player.
But anyway, I'm super psyched for Smash Brothers Ultimate. It's gonna be such a fun party game. Smash Brothers is easily one of my favorite games of all time. Just really great for having a couple friends over and just playing tournaments.
I know my friend was kind of angry that they didn't really release any new characters besides that dragon from Metroid or whatever it was.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was that officially announced?
I think so.
Okay, cool.
But, he was kind of disappointed that there was, like, no... But that doesn't mean there aren't. It just means they haven't been talked about yet.
No. But, so we have all the deals. We have all the characters that were DLC for the Wii U version, including, like, Ryu and Cloud. Who else was it? Bayonetta.
Yeah.
A lot of cool characters. So yeah, and then obviously, not much to say here. They made a Mario Party for the Switch. They're calling it Super Mario Party. No additional numbers. I don't know what they were up to before, like 8 or 9 or something. But,
I think it was 10.
10? Jesus Christ. Anyway, yeah, that should be cool. Probably pick that one up. That's another cool party game.
I haven't played one in a long time. I always thought it was so stupid. Like,
they are stupid, but they're fun with a bunch of people.
Yeah, like, if you're cool, you're getting drunk and just don't care about it. But
yeah,
it's like,
yeah,
because I never, like, my cousin, he used to love that game, and he knew all, like, the things, the mini games, and I would just play it, and I didn't know any of the mini games, so I would always come in last place, and I would lose just because, like, I'd be good at the board game section, but I didn't know how to do any of the mini games. They don't explain anything very well.
I mean, it depends who you play with, because they do have, like, practice rounds that they let you play, but if whoever you're playing with was just like, nah, F you, and just played it, that's kind of
I would always, like, walk into my cousin's playing, and I'd jump in, and
it's kind of a jerk move.
How does this mini game go? And they'd be like, yeah, it's, you just do, you're on
you're on a ball, and I think that was like a hexagon or whatever, where you were like on a ball, and like they kept falling. That was a fun one.
It's always especially weird because the controller was always, like, weird.
The N64?
Yeah.
Oh, God, yeah.
You know, all those, like, you could never get a grasp on what you were doing in those games.
Alright, and then, believe it or not, last but not
All
least.
for Nintendo.
Last but not least, Valkyrie Chronicles 4, which you want to talk about, so.
Yeah, I mean, Valkyrie, I know you didn't play any of the Valkyrie Chronicles, which is understandable because the last two, I think, were only released in Japan.
Okay.
And the first one was a PlayStation 3 exclusive.
And I never had a PlayStation 3.
From very early on.
Yeah, so there was no way I was playing that.
They did release it on PC and PS4. You can get them back, the first one, and I highly recommend playing the first one. Because, what a game. It's a very special game for me.
What kind of a game is it? RPG?
It's an RPG, but not in, like, not in the traditional sense. It is turn-based, but you are moving characters around. It's a tactical RPG where you have a map, and you have you're basically soldiers in a World War II-esque sort of situation. And, you know, you have different classes, like you have a guy that's like a big brute, like Grenadier type guy, and you have, scouts and different classes, and, you level them up individually and stuff, and you can add your party. They all have names, and the crazy thing, though, is if they die, they're done. That's it, if they die in the mission.
Oh, wow.
So, you can take them off the field and, like, heal them back and stuff, but if they die on the field in, like, a certain amount of turns or whatever, they're done. That's it.
Wow.
So, it was really cool. It's a tough game, too.
Mortality.
Yeah, it was really cool. A basic, cool anime story, I guess. But it's really cool.
Sounds
you got
interesting.
a tank, and you're shooting things. Really cool game. Anyone that has PS4, it's on PS4, I recommend it.
Yeah. Alright, so those were all the titles that kind of jumped out to us. Most of them in a good way, some of them in a bad way.
A lot of good stuff. It was hard to, like, narrow down, like, what we wanted to talk about and stuff. So, bear with us. Maybe next week we'll do a round 2 of stuff that maybe we missed, if we missed anything. But
yeah. So, before we log off, we compiled a little list of
our picks of the show.
Our top 5 of
E3
2018. So, you want me to read them off?
Please do.
Alright, from ascending order. Number 5, Devil May Cry 5.
Yeah, you insisted. I agree, though. I'm really excited for the 5th one.
I think it looked phenomenal.
Yeah.
Between the graphics and the combat. I had no interest in playing Devil May Cry ever again. Not because it's a bad game, but this game reinstated my interest in it.
Yeah.
And I think any game that can do that deserves a spot. Number 4, The Last of Us 2.
Yeah.
Which might consist of being on this
well, it's
list.
like, we gotta have it on the list, and, I'm trying to, he hasn't played the first one yet, guys. Get him to play the first one. Please.
Oh my god. One of these days you're gonna come over, I'm just gonna surprise you with the fact that I beat it in one night.
Yeah. If you can beat that game in one night, that'd be something.
Number 3, Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah. I mean,
unfortunately, no gameplay for it, but I think just the mere trailer really piqued our interest.
I've been looking forward to this for a long time. And not even knowing too much. I know it's based off a board game or whatever, but, I'm just super psyched to see, Witcher 3 was a real doozy for me, man. I just loved The Witcher 3. At first, when I first started playing it, I was like, okay, it's difficult to get around. At the beginning of Witcher 3, I don't care for particularly. And my friend agrees with me, too, so I'm gonna say it as fact that The Witcher 3, the beginning sucks. But once you get maybe a few hours into it, to the Bloody Baron stuff, man, once you hit that, oh man, great game. So, I'm hoping with this one it exceeds, I think it's gonna exceed everyone's expectations. People are gonna have, I really feel like this is gonna blow everyone away when we see more, like when we actually see, when they make it public like that, when we see the gameplay and stuff.
I'm very excited for this.
See what happens. It's different from The Witcher because you're using guns and stuff, so it's gonna be interesting to see what they do with this sort of thing.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Number 2, Spider-Man. So obviously we talked about it in depth before, so we won't go too deep into it. But I think just the fluidity of the combat, the way he interacts with the environment and objects, the all-star cast of characters, it just really, I couldn't ask for more in a Spider-Man game.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be, how could we not put this in our top? And it comes out in September.
I know.
So excited.
That's great.
So excited.
And our number 1, Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah.
Did I get it right?
Yeah, you got it right.
Yeah! There we go.
Watch some Japanese guys can be like, oh, wait, you guys were both even totally off.
It's actually sushi. Tsushima.
Yeah.
No, but it blew me away when I saw the bit of the gameplay that you showed me today. And it instantly went from being not even on my radar to number 1 on my radar.
Because I remember when we saw the original, when I saw the trail for it a while ago, towards the beginning of our show, when I was talking about Ghost of Tsushima. And I'm finally glad you got to see some of it because, this is going to be a game. This is going to be man.
Yeah, I'm thinking that this is contender for Game of the Year when it drops. Absolutely.
And it's, because of, Sucker Punch, we know they can make great games.
Hell yeah.
Just, this is what I wanted Assassin's Creed to be, Give me the medieval Japan, give me a samurai setting and let me go to town in that a nice, beautiful open world. Unfortunately, Assassin's Creed never did that. And hey, at least we got Sucker Punch, really coming in clutch because this kind of game we haven't seen much of this. And I feel like it's such an obvious choice for setting and game. And it seems like a no-brainer. And I'm super glad that, Sucker Punch and Sony have put so much into this, and it just looks so amazing. The feel that they show, the characters, the combat, with how he had the sword and it pauses for a minute and then he sliced that dude's arm off.
Yeah.
And it's historically accurate. It was an actual thing that when the Mongols invaded Tsushima, Japan. It was it's a real thing. So, yeah, I mean, our number 1.
Easily. Alright, guys. Well, let us know.
Also, we had a few,
oh, yeah, I completely forgot about that. Some honorable mentions.
For me, it was Resident Evil 2.
Resident Evil 2, the remaster. And for me, it was Kingdom Hearts 3, because as bad as the, voice over work was, it still looks super fun, and I am definitely gonna get it.
Yeah. So, no to Kingdom Hearts, but yes to Resident Evil Remake.
So, guys, let us know. What did you think was your top of E3?
Yeah, there's so much good stuff. Help us out. Let us know, what did we miss, if anything, out of our list. What did you like? Did you like Spider-Man? Did you like Ghost of Tsushima? Did you like Halo Infinite? Did you like Gears 5?
Yeah.
Tell us everything. You can let us know at Geeklirious@gmail.com. Send us, any questions you have over there. Or on Instagram or Facebook. We have a Facebook page. Geeklirious.
Yeah.
Just pretty much just type in Geeklirious on Google and some of our stuff should come up. Follow us. Twitter.
You would hope. Yes, Twitter. Absolutely. And as always, if you're listening on iTunes, don't forget to rate us, give us a review, give us that 5-star frog splash.
Guys, I'm all about those 5 stars. 5-star splash. Frog splash, whatever you want to call it.
RVD.
Yeah. Frog splash us on iTunes if you can. It really helps other people see our show.
All right. Well, that does it for another episode of Geeklirious. Thank you guys so much for listening. And
you're Brian. I'm Mike.
Yes. And we will see you
next week.
Bye.
Bye.